which if we had thought, we would have known how to settle the case. Please, don't say, I'm eyeing that sister, I'm eyeing that brother, maybe I'll go in and marry him. No, it's possible, as Mommy said, that whilst you are eyeing her from afar, somebody will just come from somewhere and then marry her away, and you will be stranded. So please, it's important that we court before we marry. Thank you so much, Mommy. I want to go for a quick commercial break. Let's thank these people for sponsoring our show. We have Noah Enterprise. Noah Enterprise. For all your quality phones and accessories. For all your quality phone accessories, your pen drives, your chargers, contact Noah Enterprise. For all your quality ones, you can contact them for both wholesale and retails. 0262 615969.
They have no choice other than to sponsor.
We have Glory's Pastries and Cakes. Glory's Pastries and Cake. For that special birthday, engagement, and wedding cakes, please contact Glory's Pastry and Cakes. You can call them on 0242 322 754. 0242 322 754. Lisbon Ventures. For that unique bottled water, contact Lisbon Ventures for all your drinks and bottled waters. They are located at Alaba. Call them on 0242 322 140. 0242 322 140. Please, let's go back to our show. As we are still on the topic courtship, we are learning so much, and I know that you are also learning so much. Mommy, I have this question. In courtship, can we render financial assistance to each other?
That's a very dicey question. It's dicey because some people tend to hook a man when they think they have the financial hedge over that man. Oh, I look at this man so that he doesn't leave me. And I have money he doesn't have. And so I have to keep giving him and giving him and giving him so that at the end of the day, he will marry me. That is not right. A man too can also look at a lady and say, wow, this lady is really expensive. If I say I want to go to her normally, she might not agree. Why don't I finance her through school? Then she will have no choice. That is also very bad. It's very dangerous. The lady might end up marrying you not out of love, not out of the will of God. Then that becomes a problem. That's why I said it's a dicey thing. So naturally speaking, if it is not very, very important, there are cases whereby you are courting, right? And the other person, the spouse, needs something urgently. It's very, very important. I want to say maybe it's a matter of life and death. Why not? You can finance it if you have it. Either a lady, either the man. So if for cases like that, it's fine. But I want to plead with us not to sponsor people, not to finance people on the pretense that, oh, it's nothing. But meanwhile, we want to hook them. Let's not do that.
Yeah. Let's not, under pretense of rendering financial help, to hook the other party down for marriage in courtship. If you hook them down by force, you marry them and they will give you hell. They will give you a lot of problem in their marriage. So please, please, let's try our possible best. Let's try our possible best to render the help we can render. That is only when it is between life and death. If we can't, let's leave it. It's not compulsory to render financial help or assistance. Thank you, Mommy. We are still on our show. It's still the RLM show, and we respond loud and sweet. RLM show, Mommy.
Love is sweet.
Thank you, mommy. Mommy, during courtship, you've already almost answered this question. Can we visit each other in the house? Maybe this brother is living in Accra. I'm living in Kumasi. We are courting. Can we visit each other in the house once? Or maybe I want to go and visit in Accra. Or maybe we are living in the same Kumasi. Can I visit him in his house? Can she come and visit me?
Well, visiting the one we are courting is also should be done with caution. We can visit, but it should be done with caution. Caution in the sense that we should be very careful not to be alone with our partner. Okay? It shouldn't be something that would keep us to be alone. If we go to visit and we are alone, it's going to breed problem. I always tell people that I know very well that, look, you are courting brother this or sister that. Make sure when you are going to brother's house, if you have to, make sure you go with someone. Yes. Because with someone there is no way you can do any, hanky-panky. The devil is there. It will want it to happen. So basically, if it is not too compulsory, please don't visit the person alone. If you have to go, go with someone. And when you go there, try to be outside the room most of the time. Because when you are together in the room, the temptation can set in. And anything can happen afterwards.
Good. The Bible even said, flee temptation. Do not go to visit brother Lagbaja, sister Lagbaja. If you must go, please go with somebody. Please. The devil is very smart. We can't outsmart him. It is only the grace that is keeping us. So please, don't say, I want to test the devil and see. Don't test him. He is so bold that he even tempted Jesus. So don't tempt him. Don't play with fire. Don't say, I want to touch this fire and see whether it will burn. It will burn you. So don't touch it. Don't go and visit. If it's compulsory, please go with somebody. Okay? Thanks so much, mommy, once again. And this too is somehow connected. In our Yoruba land, or let me come here because we are in Kumasi, we are in Ghana. Sometimes they will ask the lady to go and visit, maybe to go and do the washing for the man, to go and wash his clothes, to go and cook for him for the weekend and put it in the fridge. They can say, oh, maybe the man will not be around. He will give you his keys. You go and prepare the food and keep them in the fridge. And he will come and eat it. Is that right?
I don't think it is right. I do not think it is right, because if you say, oh, the brother will not be there, he just gave you the key. There will be times that something will prompt the brother to come around that time. So why cook for each other? The cooking that you cook for each other till death do you part. When you be tired, you see, when you get married. So why do it now? And some will say, go and wash for his mother, or you don't need to do that before marriage. That should not be the basis for him to marry you. As a lady, for me, I didn't have to go and wash my husband's things before we got married. I didn't even have to go and cook for him. In fact, after we got married, he used to say the first food I made, it was too peppery. But because of love, he took it like that with time, and we went to the market together. So when he wants to say, you gave me peppery food, I say, we went together. Why didn't you tell me that it would be too peppery? And we laugh over it. So we shouldn't do it under the pretense that I want to see whether this lady is good. If a lady is good, you will know. That is why you do courtship. No hiding from each other at that time. If she doesn't know how to cook, those are part of the things you talk about during courtship.
My sister, please don't go and wash. Don't go and wash his clothes. Allow him to wash it himself. After marriage, you wash, you'll be tired. Sometimes you feel like you don't even want to wash and you have to wash. So don't try it early. Leave him to wash it for the meantime, pending the time you get married. After marriage, you can do the washing. After marriage, you can do the cooking. Don't rush into washing and cooking. Please, please, and please. Mommy, we are still on the show. And I'm bringing the easy question here. Mommy, you say you can talk about everything. and we can't be intimate.
Yeah.
We can talk about the number of children we want to have. Can we talk about sex and sexual styles? Courtship.
Sexual styles.
Yes.
No, please.
Because somebody purposely sent this question that I must ask my guest.
No, you shouldn't talk about that in courtship. You should not. You know, the Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh.
Yes.
So if you are talking about that, there is the possibility that your heart will tune towards that, and one day you might want to try it. Oh, let's try one of the style we are talking about. So it shouldn't be something we should do in courtship.
Okay.
It's not part of the things we should talk about at all. I mean, I know from what we said, I think I was in a show last 2 weeks or so, and we talked about the fact that the trainings we can give our children as parents, we can give them sex education.
Yes.
Without they are necessarily going to talk about their partner,
Yeah.
courtship partner, about sex. So we don't need to talk about that together until marriage.
We don't need to talk about sex and sexual styles. That's my brother that sent this question. Please, I hope your question has been answered. You don't need to discuss sex. You wait. When you get there, it will come.
Yeah.
It will come naturally. God will just show you how to do it. Even if you are a virgin boy, you are a virgin lady, it will come naturally. God has taught these things how to go by themselves. So it will come. Don't rush to learning it. If you learn it now, you get tired.
You will even go into it.
Yes.
And that's not too good.
So please don't talk about it. Mommy, another question. I think we've answered this self-cry. Said, can we romance during courtship?
No, please. No, 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 no. I think I remember saying a capital no to it. Because, you know, one thing leads to another.
Okay.
And before you know what is happening, some will say, oh, I know my limits. God doesn't even want it at all. If it's a worldly relationship, it's allowed for them. But then we know the outcome. God is not happy with it. And why should we do something that God is not happy about at the end of the day? So we shouldn't do anything like romancing. Okay, we should even be careful not to even hug each other. Not to talk of starting, the fondling, the romancing, and all of those things. It can breed trouble.
Please don't start the romance. Don't start touching, fondling, kissing. It will lead to trouble. Please, please, please don't start it.
And you know what? When we think about all of these things, I think that is what makes you to look forward to your wedding day. So if you've done all of those fondling, romancing, and that night your wife or your husband doesn't look special to you again. So I think even God himself, apart from telling us not to do it, is for our own benefit. So that that day we are able to say, yes, this thing that I've finally waited for so long, let me, if you like, that night, and do it from the night till the morning. If you can do it, it's fine. But that is when you are married.
So please, mommy just said it. She just hit it again. Wait, don't do the fondling. Don't do the romancing. Wait till that wedding day. Do it from the 6 p.m. that you leave the reception to the next day that you'll be going for Thanksgiving. Keep on doing it. After Thanksgiving, come and continue. Do it. It's all for you. But before that day, don't do it, please. I'm begging you. Please don't do it. Mommy, is there a danger in courtship? Can courtship be dangerous?
I don't think if courtship is done the right way, it could be dangerous. But courtship could be dangerous when it is not done the right way. One, if during courtship people are pretending for each other. You don't want to show yourself, this is me, this is me. You are pretending, I'm like this, I'm a perfect human being. At the end of the day, that courtship will be a very dangerous one because you get into marriage and see trouble.
Wow.
That could be dangerous. Another thing that can make courtship to be dangerous is when you go into things you shouldn't do before marriage. So it could make it dangerous. Aside from that, I think courtship is about the best time one can ever have as two people trying to get into marriage at the end of the day. Yeah.
Courtship can be dangerous if we hide things from each other, when we try pretending to be what we are not to each other, it can be very dangerous. But if we do it the right way, in the way of the Lord, there is no danger in courtship. There is no danger in courtship if we court in the right way of the Lord. Thanks so much. Mommy, sometimes you get caught somebody. I don't think this man will be the right man. What are some of the signs that when you see this sign, you know that this is a red flag, I must leave?
Thank you very much. There are so many things that you can see, and it tells you no. It doesn't matter how long that courtship is. It's better you take to your heels and run. Number one thing, if the man is very violent, very, very violent, please don't say, oh, it will change when we get into marriage. If for any simple thing that you talk about, he goes violent, he can even slap. And it could go for the lady as well. We've had situation of a lady cutting a man and slapped him during courtship.
Wow.
Yeah. So if both of them, either lady or man, gets violent almost all the time, please, that is a signal, run.
Please.
Another signal is when either the man or the woman in question, if any one of them is lazy, if they don't want to work, they give excuses for not wanting to work, please don't go into that marriage except you are ready to bear all the burden alone, which is not easy, I tell you. There is no way one person will be bearing the burden of the responsibilities in the home alone. It has caused a lot of problems. Now, if you also notice that the partner knows how to lie, lies can cause a lot of problem. That is also a signal for you to say, no, I don't think I can go on. Now, another thing that I think can also be a signal for you to leave the courtship is when you check the family. Maybe in their family, the mental health is really bad. You know, some family, I don't know how they call them in Yoruba land. They say when you even call them that, unless you go and look for leaf and put in their mouth.
The special people.
Yes, they have some mental situation in their home. And so if that is the case, or maybe they have leprosy, maybe they have some health condition that is really bad, instead of getting into that marriage and finding out that, oh, this one I can't cope with it again, why not just go off before the time? Now, there are some cases too where the family members are bad. Yorubas will say, Eyon le fe aya buruku, eyon le fe oko buruku, but ana buruku leyon gbodo ni. Because at the end of the day, when they are bad, they will come to your home one way or the other, and they will come and destroy it at the end of the day. So I think for health situation, for people wanting to take responsibility with jobs, working, and maybe mental conditions, those things, family members, issues with family, lies, for those reasons, if you see it and it's a consistent thing, please run away.
Run away, my sister. Run away, my brother. If that sister, that brother is almost violent every time, run away when he begins to slap you in the courtship. It means even if he marries you, he'll punch you. So flee. Don't marry and say, I want to divorce. No. In that courtship, whilst he has started beating you, don't court again. Just break it. It's better to have a broken courtship than to have a break or divorce. Please, if in that man or that woman's family they are having some mental instability, please don't go in. When there is leprosy, raise your hands up. Don't go in. Don't say, oh, prayer will change. Prayer changes things. But there are some things that God will show it to you. Don't dip your foot into that water and be crying off. coldness. I'm sorry, my mommy. I just quoted a proverb. Yes. The Yoruba will say that you can't dip your foot in the water and be crying that you are feeling cold. No. So please, don't venture into a marriage which is dangerous and then later on be crying that every marriage is bad. No. People are really enjoying marriage. In as much as others are complaining, my husband is bad, my husband is not helping me, others are really enjoying their marriages. And it starts from the courtship. So please, make sure you choose right so that you will also enjoy your marriage rather than enduring your marriage. The show is still the RLM show. You can call in to ask your questions or to add your contributions. The number to call is 020-385-3613. 020-385-3613. Call in and tell us your question or your contribution. Thank you. We are still continuing with the question. Mommy, somebody just sent a question that's, how long should we court before marriage?
I think I said something earlier. It doesn't matter how long. I think for some people, maybe for some reasons they can court for so long. But for some people, I want to believe that courtship should not be too long, unduly long. Because just like, well, my presenter also said a proverb and I want to do the same. Okay? When it's about lori mi, eshikeshin. Agon.
Hey,
so you see, now if you take too long, a whole lot of issues will come in and can cause problem even in the relationship. So it shouldn't be unduly long. At the same time, it shouldn't be too short. Too short like 2 weeks. Too short like maybe 1 month. And even maybe within that 1 month, they are not even living in the same city. They don't get to see each other on a daily basis. Or maybe weekly basis. If it is too short and you don't get time to even know each other, it can be also very dangerous. So I wouldn't say that this particular period, for some 6 months is fine. As long as the man and the woman, they have their work and they are ready for the extra responsibility of marriage, why not? 6 months is fine. It could be 1 year, it could go for 2 years, it could go for 3. But when it is getting to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh, a lot of things will set in. And so we shouldn't let it be unduly long.
Good. So our courtship should not be too short and it shouldn't be unnecessarily long. I'm quoting, I'm borrowing my mommy's word. It shouldn't be unnecessarily too long. You can't say, I'm courting this woman. And you've courted her for about 4 years. So now you just got a chance to travel abroad. Then you leave her and travel and tell her to be waiting for you for another 5 years, 6 years.
Who does that?
Who does that? Okay, Mommy, please, do you have any advice for our young girls, our youths, ladies, and men out there who are preparing and planning to start courtship?
Thank you very much. I think one simple advice I want to give to our young people thinking about courtship, getting into courtship, and eventually marriage is that we shouldn't look at what our parents tell us as old school. That's one thing our youth do these days. They say, who does that? Why can't I go to his house? Why can't I wash for him? Why can't we get unduly intimate? We shouldn't do that. The first thing we should consider is our stance as Christians. Is the man a Christian? Is the lady a Christian? If we are Christians, then we know what we should do and what we shouldn't do during courtship. So the bottom line is know Christ, and with the help of the Holy Spirit will guide you in what to do and what not to do during courtship. So that's my simple advice.
Okay. So my dear sisters, my dear brothers, I heard a lot today. I hope that we've all learned and we are ready to court the right way. Court the way of the Lord. Court in a way that will be pleasing to God. And I bet you that your marriage will be a great heaven on earth for you. So please, let's court well. Do not cohabit whilst you are courting. Do not romance each other. Wait, the time will come. Don't rush into it. Don't rush and put your hands in the yam on fire. It will burn your tongue. Sir. Wait, let it boil. When you serve it on a plate, it will take time to cool down for the mouth to eat it well. So please, don't rush into romancing, into sexing each other during courtship. Wait for the right time and you will really enjoy your marriage. The show is still the RLM show and we respond, love is sweet. You can call in if you have any question. If you have any question, any contribution, you can call in and tell us. Am I having a caller?